Hey everybody. So one of these days, like I told y'all, I'm going to learn how to edit, and then I'm not going to have to walk around and leave y'all with an empty chair when we first begin. But today I'm going to be doing some fall floral arrangements for graves. An elderly man from our church came to me and asked me if I could do some because he hadn't had any flowers put on his wife's grave since she passed. So I was going to make them for him, and he asked me to make him a pot of flowers. So I did that. I made him a pot of flowers. So I'll show that to y'all how it turned out. See how that looks? I thought it was so pretty. I loved the colors because it's got a little bit of yellowy, orange, and then I don't know if y'all can tell, but it has these little small pink. The colors just look amazing together. But anyways, I made this pot of flowers, and me and my husband went down to the graveyard to check on it today because that's also where my father's buried, and I was getting ready to get the old flowers off of my grandparents' and my father's grave to put new on. And I went over to her grave and realized she had two pots that she had her tombstone in, and I didn't know she had her tombstone in. So I made this one pot because I thought she didn't have a tombstone. I was just going to set it on the grave, only to realize she had the two pots that didn't have any flowers in them. So I'm going to still put this on her grave, put it in the middle, but I'm going to make her two potted flowers for each side to match this. And also, this was the cutest little things. I got this at Walmart, and I'm going to get my husband to cut a board, and then I'm going to hot glue these onto the old barnwood board and set them, like they'll be like set next to this pot with the barnwood board. But let me show y'all. Is that not the cutest little squirrel? He's holding a little pine cone. And then, of course, it's just one of them old pumpkins. But I thought the cream looked pretty because it blended with these flowers. And then, of course, the brown and whites blended too. So, anyways, but the reason I'm gluing them to the board is because if I don't, the wind will take them off and we'll never find them again. They'll be long gone. So, anyway, but I'm going to make two pots to match this one pot. So, and they're not going to be that big. They'll what you need when you make these, so y'all know, since I'm doing two, I'm only going to show y'all one, then I'll finish the other one after this video goes off. But this right here is it's called Florifoam. It's a number 9 cone. So you're going to need one of these when you make a floral arrangement. Of course, this was the ribbon that I got. When y'all do floral arrangements for the outside, always be sure to get wired ribbon. Wired ribbon's pretty much all I do, even for my indoor stuff, because it holds better. If you store it over the winter, like if you're doing Christmas flowers or wreaths or anything and you store them, they get smashed and messed up. And if you didn't use wired ribbon, you can't reshape it. It's going to come out crooked and there's nothing you can do about it. Whereas if you use wired ribbon, you can reshape it every year. So always buy wired ribbon. Of course, you're going to need something to cut your flower stems with. I had a really good pair of Cobalt wire cutters, but somebody, I don't know if you can hear me or not, got them, and now I can't find them, so I'm having to use these old junky cheapy Charlies. They're horrible. All right, so then the flowers that I chose, I got these from Walmart, and you can spread them out. Aren't those pretty? And let me see if they have a name on them. So if anybody wants to get them, they are Mainstays brand. Of course, that's the Walmart brand. And it's called Pampas Grass Bush. So y'all know that's that. I for the two pots, I got one of each for those two pots. And of course, I got one of each of these for the two pots. And see how pretty they are, y'all? Isn't that beautiful? See the little pink flowers? It's so pretty. These are Mainstays, and it's called Rose and Hydrangea Bouquet. All right, and then because this was the last two, because I had went and bought all those others yesterday and bought these two today. This was the last two. Thank the Lord they had two. I bought this to match as a component because I needed a few more flowers to fill in, and this looked to me like it matched pretty good. And look, it has the cute little cream pumpkins, which is going to match perfect with my larger pumpkin. I love it when things work out like that. But this one is called Xena and Pumpkin Bouquet. So there's the names of them, so y'all know. These run like $5.96 a piece, I think. And I'm not sure how much these were. I want to think they're like $3. I don't know. But these are $5.96 a piece, I know for sure. So, let's see. Let me get my scissors out. I have a little drawer down here. When I get ready to do my floral crafts, I have this little tall size dresser in my craft room. And I'm not completely finished with my craft room. That's why I'm crafting in here at my dining room table, because I've got to get my chairs fixed in my craft room. And as soon as those are done, y'all are going to see me coming from a totally different room. But I have this little drawer, and it's got all my floral stuff in it. And it's nice because when I do floral and I'm not in that room, I can just pull the drawer out because it's a small drawer and bring it to wherever I'm at. So it works out really great. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm going to need floral tape. When y'all do floral, you're going to need, this stuff's called floral tape. It's a sticky type tape that you stretch. And also these sticks that have wires on the end of them, you're going to need those. Jeff, do you care to bring me that vase off the mantle to put this in when I make it, as I make it? And then sometimes you'll need floral wire. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It depends on what I'm doing. So I may or may not need that. I don't know. We'll see when we get to that point. Thank you, sweetie. And if you got a vase like this, this is great when you're making them because you can stick it in here as you're working and it makes it a whole lot easier. So first we're going to get started by cutting the plastic off and getting that off. And I always keep a garbage bag when I do floral stuff right beside me so I can throw all my scraps and pieces in it. Alrighty, move that over there out of the way, and I'll put my scraps and pieces bag up here because it's nice to have it right where you're working. It's warm outside today. It's like 90 something. I'm like, hello fall, where are you? I need you to come on. That's what we need. Alright, what you're going to do is take all your labels off. That's the very first thing you want to do. You want to get your flower label off your flower. And of course, throw it away. Alrighty, I don't know how long this cone's got to be for this grave. So, Jeff, I may wind up having to have you go get me a bigger pair of wire pliers because I have to cut this stem. Sorry, I'm usually prepared, but I don't have my stuff today. So I'm going to wait for him to do that. So while we're waiting on him, I'm going to go ahead and cut these flowers. I push your leaves up so you have room to cut. And we're going to, you just pull them away, separate them out like this, and go ahead and cut your stems along to the very bottom part. And if you need to shorten them as you go, you can. And what I like to do is just cut them all off. I know this is a little time consuming, y'all. I'm sorry. I guess I should have had this cut before I started the video. I love making flower arrangements. To me, it's very calming. I enjoy it. Plus, you go to buy something like this in the store and it ain't no telling what it's fixing to cost you. So, to make both of these floral arrangements, trying to remember what I spent at Walmart today. I got the 2 foam things and all the flowers, and I did buy a little toy for my granddaughter. So, I would say they're going to run me about a little over $20 a piece for both of these right here. The bigger one was more. I can't give y'all exact price on that because I didn't know I was going to do a YouTube video on it. I was just trying to hurry up and get it made where I can get put on the grave today. And then, like I said, when I saw he had the pots, and I was like, oh no, he didn't tell me he had pots. I thought he told me, make me a pot of flowers. That's how he said it. And I thought he just meant on the center of the grave because he didn't have his tombstone. Little did I know. So, needless to say, he's going to get a pot of flowers and 2 side pots. So, I don't know if he just wanted me to do one just for where she was buried, maybe. I really don't know what he meant by it. So, anyway, he's grieving, so, you know. All right, so then at this point, again, if there's a label on there, just pull it off. Because those show through when you do them. And then I separate my flowers out by what they are. Like, that's my greenery. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. You'll probably never get those back. Then I separate my flowers out and I stack them as to what they are differently. That way, I have the same amount on each wreath. or close to it. You can't always get it perfect, but you can really try hard to. So I'm going to put all those there in front of y'all. All right, so we're just going to do one more of these today. And we'll set that other stuff to the side for the next batch. All right, again, cut everything off. I'll use these new ones he got me. This is probably going to go a lot faster now. Oh, yeah. Those bad boys cut good. That's what I'm talking about. Snip, snap, snop.
I don't need those back.
What, darling?
I don't need those back.
You're not getting them back. These are really good ones. And besides that, they don't have your name on them. They say Wiley.
Oh, okay.
He bought a bunch of tools from one of his friends that used to own a mechanic shop. And so now we have all these random tools with people's names on them. And we're like, who is Wiley? But the junky ones he gave me to use yesterday, he didn't know they were junk, had Wiley's name. But Wiley did have a good pair of snippers. My husband was just holding out on me with them. He still didn't bring me my cobalts back, and I know they're out there in that shop somewhere, and I'm about to find them. I'm about to find them, babe. I know you got them. He says he didn't. I bet you I'll go out there in that shop and find them real quick. All right, y'all be sure, like I said, take the labels off. Every now and again, there's a stubborn one like this one that does not want to come off. It just wants to stay pressed. Okay, and separate your flowers out. Again, to what they are. Like, there's my cream roses. I'm putting all those together. Putting my little pinkish burgundy roses together. Got a little random pink one there. And I got these little hydrangeas. And then 2 leaves. So, let's cut this off. Now, a lot of times when you go down to the graveyard, you're only going to want your thing right here. It's probably only going to be about this tall. So you don't want your stems to go any further than that on these things, because you have to cut them off when you get down there. Every pot's a different size. So I'm just going to pretend like it's the shortest pot down there from what I've experienced in the past doing stuff. So, because nothing's worse than getting to the graveyard and going to put your flowers on to realize that your pot's too long, and then you have a big gap. Ooh, this is going to be tough to cut. Then you have a big gap between your flowers and your pot, and it looks horrible. Yeah, this is going to be a buster to cut. This is some serious thick wire. But when you have one that's hard to cut, so it's a good thing it is, where I can show y'all what I do. You just bend it back and forth a little bit. That kind of separates your wires a little. I may can try to nip them one at a time. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut them. They're really stubborn wires. So, if you get one like that, it's like, it's just not going to cut. It don't seem like this one's going to. I'm a weakling. Not going to do it. So, what you do is you just bend it. That's where this floral wire comes in handy, because we're going to have to stick the whole stem down in there. You're going to take this floral wire and wrap it around. And y'all, just so you know, I'm not a professional. So anybody out there that's a professional that does this for a living, don't come at me. I know I'm not professional. I know I'm probably not doing it like it should be done, and that's okay. We all have different ways of doing things, so don't come at me. But I do what I got to do to get by. And I'm just doing these, like I said, for an elderly man from our church. I'm not even charging him. I'm not even charging him for the flowers. I'm eating the cost. Because the sweet lady I'm making them for, whenever me and my husband got married, she did our wedding cake. And she didn't charge us. So I don't mind a bit to do them for him. All right. See how I did that? I just made a larger stem because I couldn't get the thing cut. All right, we're going to put this right in the center. And you're going to have to put a little pressure on it to get it down in there. Let me try 2 arms. There we go. That's about right. Now, once that's on there, we're gonna kind of spread this out just a little bit. You wanna kind of spread it. Just like that. There we go. Sort of like that. We may move it as we go. All right, next you're going to take your biggest flowers, which is going to be 3 cream ones. Now, y'all remember when you're doing pots for a stone, a flower pot for a stone, one side is going to be your back side, and that's the side the stone's going to go up on. So you don't have to worry as much about putting as many flowers on that side. You mainly just want to get your front and your sides mostly. I mean, you still need a little bit back there, but not as much. So we're going to put one of these here. And you're going to go just a little bit lower because you don't want your foam to show. So we're going to go just a little bit lower with that one. All right. And then you're going to push your leaves up. We're going to go just a little bit higher because this is going to be my front side over here. So we're going to do it just a little bit higher than that last one. So y'all can see how I did it. It's a little bit higher. And then we're going to do this one low like the other side. And I'm hoping this is going to look okay because I have not, usually I have double the flowers, but like I told y'all, I didn't know I was going to be doing pots, so we may change that around to the top. We'll see. We may stick it to the top, the leaves towards the top because they're a little bit long. Okay, that's what we got so far. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the greenery in. If you got greenery, we're going to, remember this was the bush we were using on both pots, so we're going to save a couple of those for the other vase. So here's the greenery. We're going to just kind of shove it somewhere in the middle. Here's another greenery, again, kind of somewhere in the middle, just sort of get it in there. Oops. It's getting stick happy with that one. And then we'll probably put this one kind of a little bit on the back. That way we got some stuff filling in back there. And it's got a pretty good size leaf. So, all right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our leaves. Got 2 of those to use. So where do we want those? I got to kind of eyeball it and look, y'all. May just kind of make sure that there's one towards each side. Okay. There we go. One over there. Maybe one sort of towards the front middle. And y'all can just kind of look as you're sticking your stuff, and you'll kind of figure out, hey, this needs to go there. This needs to go there. You'll figure it out. All right, then we are going to put our burgundy in. We've got 2 of these. So I think I'm going to place it maybe up here on the upper part. Make it our middle flower, up towards the middle maybe. All right, then we've got, let's see, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're going to kind of place these a little lower. Oh, wait, where did that random flower go? I just have one. Oh, there's 3 of these. Okay, good. A little confused for a minute. All right, then we got these random creams. Let's put the orange in first before we can give it a pop of color. Probably put it more towards the me cut that off. Sometimes you'll forget. Always take these with you to the graveyard, because when you have to cut it off, sometimes you may have some stems you gotta trim too. That's a little tip for y'all there. It's gonna kind of help push that one down. Okay. And as you work, if you see you need to make it a little shorter, just do so, because that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm seeing it's gonna need to be just a tad bit shorter. Okay. I need to pop a color over here, maybe. Do it over here on this side. All right. So my front, making sure I'm getting plenty down here towards the bottom. That, and that. That's gonna go here. I'll put this one down towards the front, maybe. Okay, let me cut it off. I've had this stupid dry cough, and when it hits me, it just stays. I've had it for several months now. It's starting to drive me crazy. All right, then we got these pretty pink things to put on. Cut them down just a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Nothing like getting on YouTube to hear somebody cough. All right, we're gonna stick this one in here. Cut it right here towards the back, maybe. That way it has a flower on the back, because you can see somewhat from the back. Then we're gonna stick the other one towards the front. Uh-oh. Sometimes those little twigs like to fling at you too. We may stick this one. Let me look at my two sides, see what we got going on. Yeah, I think I'll put it right here in the front. Okay. Let's see, sometimes you gotta pull the leaves up after you stick them in there. All right, and then we have two of these. Let's see where they're gonna look good. Right now with these last two is where I want to look around the bottom, see if we have any like empty spots that's going to need to be filled in. You don't have, like I said, you don't have to worry about the back side. It's the front side that you got to really worry about. You don't want the foam to show through. So I'm going to want to go pretty low with this one so you don't see the foam. Okay. And I got one more of these. Let me find a place where the foam might be showing. Looks like it's all looking pretty good. Pretty good so far. So we'll put it right about here, I think. We're gonna wanna go pretty far down and then towards the front. All right, now the last thing, they each had, like I told y'all, these cute little pumpkins. So what I'm gonna wanna do is look at the front of my floral arrangement, which is, this is the front. And I'm just gonna wanna put it right where it's pretty, right about there. And it's gonna be adorable. So, there y'all go. That's how simple it is to make a grave flower. I'm gonna give y'all a close-up view. Let me walk around here so y'all can see it. So I can show you. And so this is what it's gonna look like. You can see the little pumpkin, it's front and center. And it's matching my little pot perfect. So, anyways, and as you can tell, once you get it in a vase at the graveyard, which is going to be a straight vase. Let's put it as if though it was straight so y'all can kind of see. That's kind of how it would look. Just like that. So it's just that simple, y'all. Just go get you about, for 2 pots, 3 bushes of the 596 flowers at Walmart. Get you something to kind of fill it in, like this thing. Something kind of bushy to fill it in. Hydrangeas work good for that. Just greenery in general works really good. I go to the Dollar Tree a lot of times. Their stuff's a whole lot cheaper there, but I was just in a hurry yesterday and went into Walmart. And normally I would go to the Dollar Tree, but I was in a hurry, so I just went to Walmart. So anyways, oh, y'all, I'm not done. Whoa, hello, let me put y'all back. I didn't add the ribbon. Oh my goodness. Let me sit y'all back here for a minute. Let me add the ribbon. I can't believe I just did that. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. It's official. Let me show you how to do the bows. Normally I do 3 loops when I make a ribbon. Probably not going to do that for this one because these ribbons, when I did them for the big flower arrangement, I did 3 loops and it only got me 3 loops per thing because this is only, let me see how many yards it is if it tells me. Usually it tells. This is 9 foot. It only got me 3 loops. So when I'm telling y'all loops, this is what I mean when I say loop. Usually I do this, and I do this, and I do 3 of them. But because it's only going to get me 3, I don't think it's going to be enough. You have to space it out a pretty good bit. So I'm going to go with 2 loops on this one. So what you're going to do is make your 2 loops up. You're going to get your scissors and cut it. Okay. And then if you want everything to be exactly the same, just go on and cut your ribbon. And I got 2 spools of this. And I want to think this ribbon was like $5. So we're at like 25 a piece on these pots. I would love to get myself a floral connection where I can order wholesale because y'all know Walmart did not pay that for these. Absolutely no way they did. But Hobby Lobby, Christmas time is a good time to go get ribbons for through the year, because a lot of times their ribbon that they get at Christmas time can be used, like their gingham ribbons and stuff. You can take their black and red gingham and use it with red roses, and it's gorgeous. And you can get it a whole lot cheaper because they have those large spools and they run their sales. So I'm gonna be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this 5th one's a little longer. I'll probably do possibly 3 loops with it. So I don't like to waste ribbon and not use it. So we'll save that one for last. Okay, so for your ribbon, let me show y'all how to do this. Can't believe I almost forgot that. Y'all just sat there and didn't say a word. Y'all didn't tell me, which y'all could. And don't tell them what y'all say watching this crazy channel. So you're gonna make 2 loops, 1, 2, and then you're gonna squeeze it together at the bottom, just like so. All right, you're gonna get your stick with the wire on it. You're gonna put it up against your 2 loops. Then you're gonna wrap that wire around the stick and around the bottom of the ribbon, the base of the ribbon. Twirl, twirl, twirl. Okay, once you get that done, that is where your floral wire comes in. All right, you're gonna take it and you're gonna wrap it. And you just stretch it and pull tight, and it gets sticky when you do that. Not so sticky that it'll stick to your hands. You're gonna want to go about that far down the stick, and then back up to the top, and then back down just a little, and then pull it tight, and then just take your fingers and kind of mash it. So let's go ahead and get all these made and out of the way, and we will show y'all how to arrange them in the thing real quick. So again, 2 loops, 1 and 2, squeeze them together at the bottom. Take your stick, wrap your wire, wrap it tight, twirl, twirl, twirl till you get all the wire wrapped around the stick. Sticky tape, floral ribbon, whatever you want to call it. Pull it tight as you twirl, all the way around the ribbon, and then just a little bit down on the stick. And then back up again, pulling tight the whole time y'all do this, and back down a little. Mash, mash, mash. Okay? Got 3 more to do. 2 loops. Stick. I'm going to twirl, twirl, twirl. Down to the base of the stick. Again, floral wire, I know it's repetitive, y'all. But if you're trying to learn how to do it, if you're somebody that don't know how to do this, you should know how to once you're done with this video. And back up. And part way down again. And it don't matter how it looks because it's going to be up amongst the flowers. You're not going to see it. Okay, we're going to do another double one. Get my stick. And the sticks and the wires, you can find at different places. You can get them off Amazon, I think. I get mine. There's a place that does flowers down the road from here. Sometimes I grab them there. I pretty much grab them where I see them, and especially if they're cheap. Hobby Lobby is your best bet when they have their sale prices on them. They have all your floral needs. Now, my floral ribbon, y'all, the place to get it, Dollar Tree sells it now. So Dollar Tree is an excellent source for your floral ribbon. They haven't started selling the sticks yet at my Dollar Tree, but if they ever do, that's where I'll be getting them, because that's where a lot of expense is. Now, let's see how many loops we can do with this one, because it was the odd, crazy little bit of one. So, I got 3. So, y'all will get to see what a 3-looper looks like. Okay, you're going to get your stick. You're going to do it just like you did the 2-looper. Around, around, around. Wind, 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 wind. And then your tape again. Now, y'all, if you have any questions about how I do anything, please comment me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you have any questions about where I got something, there could be something I didn't cover. Y'all, feel free to ask me. I don't mind to answer your questions. My viewers have been so sweet. Y'all have been so kind to me to leave me sweet comments and everything. All right, so that was the last one. Ow, every now and again you'll poke yourself with a wire that didn't lay flat. And that don't feel so good. So let's get these in. My one that's got 3, you're going to kind of want to separate them out just like that, sort of. I'm going to put it right in the front since it's 3 and it's odd. I'll put it at the front of my flower arrangement. And the ribbon really, really helps fill them in, y'all. It really gives them a pop. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So we have 4 more. So let's do one kind of towards the back, but not on the back, kind of sort of to the side. Hell, find a place to stick it. Sometimes you have to stick and re-stick to get a good spot. Let me see. If you're sticking it somewhere where there's already a stem, sometimes you have to redo it because you can't get it down in there, just like I had to do that. So there's one there. Okay, we're going to do one here, maybe in the back, just a little bit towards the back, just to give it a little pop back here, because you'll kind of see it from the side a little bit too. I'm going to do maybe one here. And if you see your sticks are too long, just snap them off with your hands. You can just snap them with your hands. So we're going to kind of do one here. Because as you can see, the more stems you get, it gets a lot harder to get your stuff in. And you're just going to kind of want to wiggle your ribbons around and get them to where they look good. Okay, and then one more, we're going to put it right here. Snap my stick off because they're going a little bit lower. Oops. All right, come on, you're on in there. It's wanting to fight me out. It's like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. All right, so that's definitely gave it just a little pop. And if you see you need to move something higher, go ahead and do it. All right, now it's official. We have it finished. It's completed. I can show it to y'all. You can see how that wire ribbon just gave it kind of a pop, as y'all can see. So anyways, thank y'all for bearing with my craziness. Like I've told y'all before, on my channel, you're going to see it all. You're going to see when I mess up, I put it on here. I don't care. I'm me. I'm who I am. I mess up. I am not like great at everything I do, but I try real hard. So anyways, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to finish this other one, and then I'm going to get down to the grave and put him on today. So the next time he comes to visit her grave, he'll be super excited and feel good because his wife's grave's decorated. So I hope everyone has a blessed day. If you've made it this far through the video, bless your heart. I love you. Y'all are precious. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. I want to thank all my viewers that are subscribed and everyone who has commented me. Y'all, like I said, if you have any questions, ask me. I'll shoot you a comment back. I try to comment on my comments when I get time. So I appreciate y'all and have a wonderful, awesome day and get out and enjoy this great fall weather. I'm loving it. And I'll bring y'all another video of my ducks soon. We're about to finish their coop, so I'm so excited about it. So y'all take care. Bye-bye.